Yeah, as they say, another day, another dollar, another weekend, another fixture. Yeah, the Barclays Premier League is back. It started on Friday, whereby like we saw defending champions playing a match. It was such an interesting match, and then they won 4-2. And then even yesterday we saw Man City winning 4-0. But the main feature of the weekend, it is today's feature. It's Man United versus the Arsenal. It's a
Glory,
big game. It's
glory.
a big game.
Poo,
It's a
poo, poo,
big
poo,
game. It's a big
poo.
game. It's a big game. It's me, your boy Master, and then I'll be hosting this discussion. And then like I've got my co-host, the Professor. Professor, you can introduce yourself, my man.
The one and only, the one and only. Gentlemen, good to see you today. It's the biggest match of the weekend. The English Premier League is back, as my co-host has said. Master, also known as Lungele Kanyile, that's his name, by the way.
Mm.
I'm the professor, Teba TK Jubilee, a part-time favorite of the girls. Of the ladies. Anyways, topic of the day, we're here to discuss Manchester United versus Arsenal, the biggest, the brightest of stars. We have newcomers, we have big names, we have big money that has been spent over the transfer window. The
Yeah,
transfer window is not even closed yet, but then teams
yeah.
are ready, teams are pumped, everyone is ready, the fans are ready to join in and be the 12th man in the field. So we are looking at the biggest match of the day, which is Manchester United versus Arsenal playing at Old Trafford. We have big names, we have big expectations, we have big pressure on both sides of the teams. So yeah, with us here today we have the panel, which is Njabulo Bonds. We have Bendulo Mteto. We have the Godfather representing Arsenal. How are you, my friend? How are you, the Godfather? Are you there?
Man, I'm so pumped up. I'm alive, bro. Winning.
And then like,
Nice, nice.
yeah, yeah. And then like we've got Bendulo. Yeah. The Man United fan. What's up? What's up?
GGMU. Hey, hello everyone. Hello, brothers. We're back again. Thank you, host. Thank you, co-host. I
Mhm.
think today will be a wonderful day, and of course, Man United will come out victorious. I know
Okay.
it's not something that we've been able to achieve over the past few years, but I think today is the day.
Today is the day, man.
That's
It's the
it.
big day. Yeah. Okay,
That
before like I get your side about the match and stuff like that. Bones, I think you are neutral in this picture. What can you say about this picture?
I'm not sure what to expect today. I'm not sure what to expect. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the game is in store for us, but I am not sure. We'll see.
okay, there you have it. There you have it from our neutral master today. I think looking at the fact that going into this match, Manchester United is looking to have its 100th win, if I'm not mistaken. Is looking to have its 100th win over Arsenal. But then the past more than 10 fixtures or so, Arsenal has dominated Manchester United in their home ground at Old Trafford. That is so not a good record, especially from for a team as reputable and as big as Manchester United. So with the new coach Ruben Amorim, with the new signings that he has, especially the firepower up front with the likes of Brian Bemo, Matthias Kuna, and the new guy Benjamin Sesko. He's probably looking to overturn things and probably make or start a new record for himself with this match. Anyways, I'm not here to discuss Manchester United, neither am I here to discuss Arsenal. The guys are going to talk and dive deep into that. But then, anyways, let's just give them the floor, let them express, especially looking at their lineups today. Maybe that's
Yeah,
where we
because
can
the lineup
begin.
is
Look
already
at the
out.
lineups. Yeah, the lineups are already out already. Let's just look at the lineups, beginning with the host team, of course, Manchester United.
Mhm.
Jobe, take us through your lineup, more especially the firepower up front. What do you guys have to say? What should we look at today? Because if there's one thing that we do not want to see today is a goalless draw from these teams. I mean,
Yeah.
these are two of the biggest teams in the English Premier League. And if there's one thing that we don't want to do, we don't want to spend 90 minutes only to find or to get a stalemate at the end of the game. We don't want to see that. So Mbendulo, what are your promises as far as the firepower at Manchester United up front is concerned? And then after you, probably we're going to give the Godfather a chance as well to give us just a rough overview of his squad going into the match today. The lineups are out. The lineups are ready. I'm sure each and every one of you has already gone through them and seen what they entail. So yeah, just take us through your Manchester United lineup, Bendulo, and then we're gonna give it over to the Godfather, and then the master, the neutral boy, Jabulo Bonds, is gonna say his share as well. Anyways, over to you guys.
Thank you, El Professor. I think United today will have, I think, an interesting game. Looking at, as you said, the front three, I would say, in as much as we do miss that firepower, that speed, I think Bremer will give us a bit of that, but I'm not sure about Cunha and Mason Mount. I'm not sure whether Mason Mount will also match with Casemiro in central midfield, swapping with Bruno. We'll see what happens, but I'm just worried about that firepower, that speed going forward. Looking at Califiori and Arsenal's side, I think we can we can chow nice on that side, but
Yeah.
then
So
but
California
then
is the weakest link. Right?
oh yeah, of course. And also for me, my biggest worry, honestly, I think it's the midfield. I wish we would have had maybe a double six for a start, at least for the first half. Maybe have Ugarte and Casemiro, just to, we've got issues with recovering balls and all that at United. And I think
Yeah.
Arsenal, as a team that passes the ball and they keep possession and all that, I think we'll struggle a bit if we don't have players that will recover the ball. And so if we're able to at least keep a bit of possession, at least 50% of the ball at the first half, I'll be very much happy. And I think Bruno will be able to provide interesting assists to Cunha. For me, Cunha is the most interesting signing for United. I think if at least we get just one goal, then probably we might be lucky to get a draw, honestly, because United the past few years against Arsenal we've been crap, to be honest. But I think let's just be hopeful, United.
Are you happy with the lineup though? Like, are you happy with the lineup?
I'm okay. I'm not entirely happy. I understand that we've got some injuries here and there, but
Yeah.
I would have liked, like I said, to have a double six for a start. I would have liked to have Mazraoui. For me, I think he's got the energy to recover the ball and drive forward. I'm not sure if Euro on that side, and also Dalot. Dalot is also okay, but then he struggles with crossing the ball, and in most cases, it's just goal kick whenever he tries to cross the ball. So I think
Okay.
uh, I'm skeptical a bit, but I'm hopeful because I'm United, so I have to have the hope. Of course, it's the first game of the season. I have to be hopeful, and of course, we're going to chow us now. Absolutely.
Okay. That's a beautiful take there. That's a beautiful take by Mbendulo representing Manchester United. Are you still there, Godfather man? What do you have to say? I heard Mbendulo
Yeah,
mentioning the fact that Manchester United is gonna have an easy way through that Ricardo Caliafori. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but
it's
he
a
says he's
freeway.
gonna have a free passage through into your box, man. Through that guy. What do you have to say? Looking at the fact that he mentions that he would have loved to have a double six in that midfield. We all know how Manchester United midfield has been exposed, especially in the past season, with the old legs of Casemiro, with Bruno's high press, more especially leaving the back spaces in midfield with no one to cover that. With the fact that Diogo Dalot makes a lot of runs forward and then is very late to track back into defense. What do you guys see? What can you say about your Arsenal side looking at the lineup and the fact that you have new players that have been signed? in your Martin Zubimendi, in your resurrected, or what should I say, in your newly empowered Martin Odegaard, your captain. What do you have to say there? Take it on, my brother.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping for a midfield battle today, but apparently it's going to be an easy one for Arsenal. Looking at the lineup, I really think it's going to be for Arsenal. Samiro, there's nothing there. And when you look at the side where Saka is playing, you
Yeah.
have your what's this guy, Luke Shaw. I don't think Luke Shaw is still having that thing to be against players like Saka. Saka with the is that now. I think I don't have an easy one. Uh, I've got my guy at the top, Yokeres. Uh, Anything less than a hat-trick today will be a disappointment, to be honest, from Yokeres. So I think winning this one, win for Arsenal. Just I was hoping for something. I was really hoping for something. I was hoping for the Ugarte guy in the middle, like Pendula said. I was hoping for the Ugarte guy and probably a double six type of a thing. But that midfield, Arsenal is too strong in the middle. So I think it's going to be easy for Arsenal in the middle, opening space, obviously, for my guy at the top to just do tap-ins and all that. So yeah, I think it's an easy one. It's an early fixture, by the way. Uh, Early fixture, number 17 versus number 2. I think the gap is still very much big. Uh, they should just take it slowly. Let it simmer, let it marinate. Maybe if you got us later into the stage of the league, probably. But I don't think Manchester can hit Arsenal at this point. I really think they don't have that thing in them to hit Arsenal.
Like looking at like Arsenal has been struggling to score goals. Like they have been struggling. So like, do you think like your new guy is going to solve that particular problems of scoring goals?
Come on, you
No,
Gunners.
man,
Yeah.
you can't struggling when we took Merino and nobody,
Hmm?
a guy who can even pass and made
Hmm?
him a striker, and that guy was showing goals. So for me, it wasn't about us not being able to score. Anyone
Hmm?
can score in that team. The goals are just spread anywhere in the pitch. So
Yeah.
that was confusing a lot of people. But no, man, we never really had problems with scoring. I think that guy is just going to enjoy his time at Arsenal. He's going to be to hit 30 goals easily in the league.
Well,
It's just 30 goals.
that,
That's my prediction. So I think yeah. I think we are going to score goals this season. Not like we're not scoring them, but I think we have it more easy this time around. Yeah.
there you have it. There you have it. From the Godfather himself. Come on, you Gunners. The
Come
Godfather is talking
on, my guy.
about Arsenal having it easy. That's my guy doing the Victor Yokeres celebration over there. Yeah, he mentions that Arsenal is going to have it easy, especially over a struggling Manchester United who haven't been showing the chemistry and so great teamwork in the past season. I don't know. Looking at this Manchester United team, the new coach, the new players, and everything, and looking at the team, the way they've been playing through preseason, they look promising. They look like Ruben Amorim is probably onto something. The guy is cooking for
Cooking,
sure. I know that. But
cooking.
also, looking there's a contradicting state as far as that is concerned because this Arsenal team has been scoring consecutively for 11 away games as of last season until this point. So Arsenal has been free scoring for 11 consecutive games in away matches. And today they're playing away at Old Trafford. Definitely they're away from Emirates, their home ground. So there's that record that stands in their favor, that positive that they are going to bring into Old Trafford today. But then also, there's another one for Manchester United on the Manchester United side. The fact that Manchester United has won 22 season openers. What do you have to say about that, Mr. Neutral Man, Jabulo Bonds? Manchester United has won 22 season openers over any other team in the English Premier League. They have the most Premier League Open wins
Win.
over any team in the English Premier League. And then there's also the record that Arsenal has been scoring, especially away. I mean, at this point, they just want to believe Arsenal loves playing away from their home. Anyways, what do you have to say looking at the lineups and looking at the statistics that we've just brought forward? Jabulo Bonds, over to you, sir.
Yeah. I think this is a perfect opening fixture, man, because these teams are under pressure. Both of them are under pressure.
Yeah.
They have made signings. Everyone is looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table. I'm most looking forward to the new signings: Gyökeres, Zubimendi, and the Manchester United, Buemo, Cunha. So there's a lot, and these teams haven't been able to study each other because this is only their first match. So the coaches here is just trying to prove what they can bring to the table. Everyone is just coming blank. Everyone is it's a brand new slate, so we don't know what's going to happen. We are just going to see. So I'm not sure. But I my prediction. I know you haven't asked for a prediction, but Arsenal is winning today. I've put my money
Come
on
on,
them.
man. Come on,
What's the
man.
score? What's the score? What's the
Arsenal
score?
over 2.5.
Come on, man. You can hold that. You can hold that thought. We're probably going to get to the predictions later on. You can hold that thought. Well, the favor is an Arsenal side as far as our neutral man is concerned. Well, at least we thought the guy was neutral. Turns out he's not. He's on the
No,
Arsenal
actually.
side today. He's on Arsenal side today. So that's it for our lineups. Just maybe a bit of a comparison. Looking at Martin Zubimendi, the new guy who has been brought in for Arsenal, and looking at Manchester United's captain. I'm still with you, Jabudo. Looking at Manchester United's captain in Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese, the greatest midfielder in the world right now, as people say.
The worst.
So people say. I
The
mean,
worst.
so people say. So people say. These aren't my words. These aren't my words. Okay. So we are trying to look at the comparison or just to compare those two guys in Bruno Fernandes versus this newly brought Martin Zubimendi. We've been watching this guy in preseason, this Martin Zubimendi. He has a lot of energy. He has very good passes. He's able to track back and go and mark, which is something that we've been seeing Bruno doing all along, especially in the past season, where he was like the glowing splint in that dying Manchester United squad. Anyways, what do you have to say as far as that is concerned? Martin Zubimendi, Bruno Fernandes, as far as
Yeah.
controlling the match tempo is concerned, who is going to come out top today? Because I think in the midfield, where the other guy says it's going to be a walk in the park and the other one saying it's an insult to Arsenal. I don't know, guys. I'm just lost in there. Who do
We,
you
we,
think is going
also,
to control? Because
we also have Sipo Sefu, like I think like he can share what like his opinions based on like the
is he
midfield
even
play.
here? Is he
Yeah,
even
he's
here?
here. He's
Because
here. He's here.
that
He's here.
godforsaken Chelsea is playing today. I don't know about that team. Something about Chelsea is just off, guys. I mean,
That's another
anyways,
that's another topic for another day, though.
yeah.
They're
Okay,
man.
yeah.
Need to
Okay, what
okay.
I've noticed with Bruno Fernandes is that
Yeah.
he less consistent throughout the season. He'll give you a season in patches. So maybe he'll have a good start now until maybe somewhere in November, and then he will be bad, and fans will be calling for his head in January, February, and then he'll come back maybe in March, and he'll be the best player then. So it's just there's an inconsistency problem with him, and it's been
Okay.
going on for the past. Yeah, earlier in the season, I remember many United fans were saying, Bruno must go, Bruno's not it. But he picked up from the latter end of the season. So you never know what you are going to get with him, especially now. So let's see with this game. Subimen is coming from a different league. It's his new is a debut. It's a huge game, and indeed, these type of games are a make or break, man. If you are
True.
starting in this type of match in midfield, you never know what to expect. So it's a big game for him, especially. So he just needs to relax. That's all you can do. He just needs to relax and play his own game. If he
Yeah.
tries to do too much, he will end up being a flop, man.
Because this is Manchester United. He's not just playing against Southampton, man. Come on, just say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the
think
game is going. It's not going to be an easy game, based on the fact that like I watched like the preseason for both teams. And to be honest, I think Man U was doing well in preseason than Arsenal because Arsenal was struggling during preseason. I don't know why, but like Arsenal was struggling during preseason. Maybe it's because like they've got a new guy in the midfield, and like a midfield is the most important part of the team. So like if you've got a new guy and then like you're trying like to make combinations, I think it can take time to actually like make the combinations work. So I'm hoping to see like Zubimendi like working and doing the miracles that we usually see him doing like for Spain national team, and he has been like consistent in La Liga. So we are not sure whether like he's going to perform this coming season because the Barclays Premier
Yeah,
League is something different. It's completely different
very
than
true.
La Liga.
Especially because La Liga has powerhouses like Elche and Malaga and all those useless guys. Absidi Mallorca. This is the English Premier League, man. Come
That's
on,
the
this is
problem.
the
Yeah,
English
and it's a
Premier
big
League.
game. It's a big game for him. It's a very big
It,
game. It's not like an easy game as you say. Like it's a big game. So like he's still going to be under pressure, and we don't know whether he's going to be able to perform under pressure or not. Like so it's an
it is.
yeah,
it's
but
an interesting game.
It is. The only blue
yeah, but
guy
I
in our midst. Where is Poseto?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I heard you talking of Chelsea being godforsaken. Like, really? We're literally talking about the godforsaken teams here. These are the two godforsaken teams here. But anyways, that's story for another day. I just took my time to look at the lineups. I can tell that it's quite an interesting lineup from Manchester United.
A network problem. Is it
Is he
Swazi
still here?
Mobile? Is
Oh
it
my
Swazi Mobile?
goodness. My goodness. The people from that African country. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Show us
That's
some
your
respect.
country, man. That's your country.
Show us some respect, guys. Come on. Glory Manchester United. Are you still there, Bendulo, my brother?
I
I'm
suppose it's
here.
back.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you
Can
is
I
back.
finish my statement?
keep going, my
Godforsaken
brother.
teams. Anyways.
Welcome back.
Well, I was speaking about the lineups here. I was
Yeah.
looking at Manchester United. It's quite an interesting one. You look at Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. Um, it's quite a weird combination when you look at the midfield of Arsenal that has legs here and there. But at the same time, you look at Mason Mount, who will probably come in as a false nine to bring all those legs. But it is quite an interesting one. And looking at both teams coming from the preseason. Well, personally, I don't usually look at preseason that much as a scale for how the team will play throughout the
Of
season.
course, my brother. That is why we are disregarding the Club World Cup even to this day. So yeah.
Is it a
Anyways,
preseason or post-season tournament? So is it a
of
preseason or
course.
post-season tournament?
No, we take that on as preseason. Anyways, make your point, bro.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that the scales are really tipping towards Arsenal, but I think Amorim might have something in his left in terms of the lineup that is quite not expected in terms of the midfield and the forward line. There's no number 9, if I'm put it like that. But yeah, Luke Shaw against Saka. I'm not sure about his Luke Shaw's agility to actually handle Saka. Yeah. So now I think it will be interesting one to watch, especially in the midfield and how Arsenal are lacking the creativity. Actually, this would actually be the Arsenal would annihilate Manchester United, but I feel like they still lack a bit of creativity in that midfield. I know. There's Martin Odegaard, but
He
not
hasn't been
so
that
good.
good. So yeah, he hasn't been that good. Yes,
It's just
yeah,
Martin. It's just Martin.
yeah. It's just like
It's just Martin. Anyways, yeah, I don't know much, but while looking at that Manchester United lineup, I felt like, or what I saw was that Ruben Amorim, Manchester United coach, is going to use Matthias Cunha as as a number 9 today. That's what he's going to do, deploying Mason Mount on the wing, with Brian as well coming behind Cunha, which is going to be the striker for Manchester United. Do you think Gabriel and that William Saliba guy are going to be able to handle Matthias Cunha? Matthias being a very physical person, yes, he doesn't have pace, but he has the physique, he has the ability to score. He's very brilliant on his feet. He's very brilliant in front of goal. What do you think, then, Fundo? Do you think your two centre backs are going to be able to handle that guy, especially also with that Ben White guy supporting them from the right flank of the field, playing against Mason Mount, who has had a bit of a positive around him during preseason? What do you think? What do you think there? Do you think they're going to be able to handle Manchester United's new signing?
Yeah, I think they will do fairly enough, because I believe in Gabriel, especially Gabriel. Now that Gabriel is back at the back, I think we are solid with Gabriel at the back. I was not here when Maldini was playing, but I think he comes close to those levels. So for me, I don't have anything to worry with Gabriel. When Gabriel is there, I'm in the Zubimendi. Zubimendi is so level-headed. I think with him there, something we lacked last season was the ability to track back when we were being attacked. So I think he offers something that we didn't have with Pate. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with our signing. I'm really happy with the way the coach today put the 11. I think it's the best 11 we have, except for maybe Ben White. I would have loved for a Timber, but Ben White is also good. Ben White is also good. It's not too bad. We can use a Ben White, but I think I still believe we're going to win it in the middle. I think Manchester, they've got really close to nothing to offer in the middle with that lineup. I think we're going to win it
goodness.
there. And who's the guy? Who's the guy in the goals? By the way, who's that guy? I think Manchester
Turkish
doesn't
guy,
even
the
respect
Turkish
us.
guy,
Who's that guy?
the Turkish guy. It's a guy from
Well,
who's that unknown? Who's that unknown in the goal?
I had you talk
No,
about
Manchester doesn't respect us, man. We need to trash them. We need to really give them an ass whooping.
I had you talk about Thomas Partey. So I just remembered when you guys used to say no Thomas, no Parry. But now you guys have,
but now there's no
have
Thomas.
just you guys are leaving Arsenal. I'm sorry, Thomas Partey to dry now because he has those controversies around him. But anyways, you're touching a very important factor in that Manchester United squad, the goalkeeping department of Manchester United. The disastrous Onana, I'm sorry to say about him, but the
He's an
disastrous
African guy.
Onana
He's an
is
African guy.
not.
He's an African
Come
guy. He's an
on.
African brother. Protect him.
I don't realize that guy. There's a guy by the name of Sandy Lengomi Shikinenza in Swaziland. That guy would do a better job than Onana, definitely. That guy would do a better job. Mendulo, my brother, glory, Manchester United. That guy Altay Bayindir, that Turkish guy, we've seen him in preseason. He hasn't been tested much. He made a few faults last season for us to quickly say, well, maybe we miss David De Gea. I don't know. Maybe we miss him. Maybe we don't. Maybe we should be bringing in Tom Heaton instead of that guy. I don't know. The goalkeeping department in Manchester is so disastrous to a point whereby I don't think those goalkeepers even have a sequence at which they follow as far as their value is concerned at Manchester United. Anyone could just go in there because they're as good as useless, almost all of them. With Tom Heaton being the exception, of course. I've seen that guy. That guy has a lot to offer Manchester United. I don't know why he's not there today. That guy is very good. But anyways, there's the goalkeeper from PSG, Donnarumma, who is being let go at this moment in time, and our rivals across the road, Manchester City, are making a run for that guy. Why is Manchester United making a run for him? We
You have
don't have
Onana.
a goalkeeper.
Onana.
Manchester
You have
United do not
Onana.
have
Eh,
a
You have Onana.
goalkeeper.
look,
You have
Anyways,
Onana.
what
What
do
do
you
you
say,
mean?
McDonough? What do you say? Oh, Ruben behind you. Come
look,
on, that's
my.
Manchester United behind you.
Oh yeah. There we go.
They are
Yeah.
always behind. The thing is
I'll
that you're
just
always behind.
differ.
They are always
Oh.
behind.
That's a good one.
I think I'll differ a bit because from my end, I don't think it's actually about their capabilities in terms of
Yeah.
all the goalkeepers that we've had. From De Gea, he was an exceptional goalkeeper for many years, but as soon as we started being horrible the past few years, he was also a mess as well. So I don't really think it's a matter of Onana specifically being horrible. I just think the team exposes all our goalkeepers, to be honest. So we can have any other goalkeeper. But for me, for today, I'm happy because at least sometimes you have to lay low. If you have someone
That's
that
the
has,
unknown guy behind you. I'll type behind you.
there we go, there we go. I
Behind the
think
ball.
he's going to do well. He's going to do well with less pressure and all the Onana, the mess that we've had last season. I really think this might work on a positive from our side. But in terms of Donnarumma, I'd be happy to have him. But I've had that City are interested, and City
Cannot
with
compete
all
with
the
oil money.
yeah, not even that. At this point, it's not even the money. I think it's the position that United are in currently. We do not have that power to negotiate properly.
Power
So
attract. Power to attract. That's the right word.
yeah. But for today, honestly, I think I am happy to have Bindia in the goals because less pressure from him. He can do whatever that he wants. Uh, Hopefully, he does well so that at least for the first part of the season, we can have someone that we can rely on for now. But going forward, I'd be happy to have Onana back. He's not that bad, to be honest. It's just that at United, all players that come as superstars and all that, they've been a mess. It's the
Was
truth.
he a superstar though?
I think
Coming into
Yeah,
also
yeah,
on
yeah.
this
Manchester
point,
United, was he a
Yeah, yeah,
superstar?
yeah. He was a superstar. He was a
Mm.
superstar. He came from
Can I ask a quick
Inter. He
question?
had a wonderful final like against City, if I remember well. So he actually was a superstar.
Can I
He's
ask a
been
quick
doing well.
question?
He was
Can I
doing well.
ask a
Yeah,
quick question?
yeah.
Is like because I know that like Pep is looking like for a keeper who can play with his like foot like who can play from the back. Is like
Yeah.
Man United looking for a stopper or just like someone who can like help the team to build from the back? Because I think like the difference between like the Onana we saw in Inter Milan and the Onana we see right now is because like in Inter Milan he was more involved in building from the back. While I think that like in Man United you guys want a short stopper. And I don't think he's a good short stopper, but I think he's good like with the ball, playing from the back. You can rely on him. So I feel like that's why right now we see a different version of Onana than the one that we saw while he was still in Inter Milan because he was really good at Inter Milan.
Very
I
true.
think
So
the
you could
reality
just
is,
easily swap in Casemiro and Onana. You wouldn't see the difference. I kid you not.
oh
Exactly.
my
Yeah.
goodness, no,
I think
no.
it's also worthwhile
I
highlighting that when you look at Onana and the players around him, the centre backs, the midfield,
there we
there's no
go,
one to pass there.
there we
Because when you
go.
have when you have a goalkeeper that is actually there to pass players and build from the back,
True.
you have to
Mm.
have your midfielders availing themselves to actually receive pass and actually make play. So
True.
that's what is actually frustrating when and making it look like it's
Exactly.
because at some point I even told someone that if you take Onana and if you take Edison and put him in the Manchester United lineup, you'd actually get the same thing Onana is giving them.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
True, Sipo said. I agree with you fully.
Mm.
But I think the realities of modern day football is that if as a goalkeeper or as a team you are not building from the back, then you might as well just go to the championship and just disappear because we are not kicking the ball. Honestly, why would you kick the ball back to the opponent? It's
I think that's
2025. It does not
that's
make
why
sense.
Onana
So
comes in. That's why Onana comes in. He's going to help Man U to build from the back. Like I feel like
no, I
Onana
think
is a good goalkeeper, like for Man City, not for Man United, according to me.
we will have to have Onana as a good goalkeeper for United if we want to transition into a better team. It's the truth.
Right.
Yeah,
So are you saying Onana is a bad keeper or a good keeper right now?
Onana is a good goalkeeper.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. Like we've had De Gea. Thing is about United, we concede a lot of shots.
Shots.
That's the problem with our team. We've had De
True.
Gea. He's been saving the team for many, many years. But then as soon as we've had a struggle in our midfield and defense, we got exposed. And over 3 4 months, De Gea was a disaster as well. Horrible goalkeeper. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? So if we want to be a better team, we have to build from the back. And goalkeepers like Onana are a good start for the team. But then I understand that it's been horrible. So you have every right to disregard whatever that he can provide to the team. But to be honest, Onana is a good goalkeeper.
True.
Boom, boom, boom,
You're
Yeah.
boom,
saying that
boom.
Onana
Across
Onana
the
is
is
our
pitch,
good
fault.
across the
goalkeeper
Onana is
is
pitch,
our
better.
fault.
across the pitch with the
Yeah.
degreed ballers. The
You
one
know
and
what it
only,
is.
the
You know
newest
what it
baby,
is.
the most beautiful podcast in the land.
You know what
Come
it
on now,
is.
ladies and gentlemen. This is across the pitch.
You
Anyways,
know what it
so
is.
happy to have you guys in this podcast today. Yeah, we could say whatever for as long as we want, but then it's all gonna come down to 90 minutes of football,
And
90
it's about
minutes
to
of
go
total
down.
football at the Theatre of Dreams, aka the home of Manchester United. Come on now,
Yeah.
glory, glory, Manchester United. We have Bendu
Glory.
Jobe. Come on, you Gunners. The Arsenal. We have the Godfather. We have our neutral
Yes,
man
sir.
in Jabulo Bonds, who isn't so neutral at this point. He's a gunner for sure. I don't. He's a gunner for sure. And of course, we have
You know
the
my team. You know
champions.
my team. You know my team. You know I'm
Well, by virtue of your existence, anyways, you are Manchester United.
I
Anyways,
think
we
it's
also
time for
have
predictions though.
the favor in us in our midst. We have the world champion in Sposet
Fake,
Fudlamini.
fake
Come on,
news.
let's blues. Anyways, it's beautiful, you guys. It's very warm in here, and it's about to get even hotter because Manchester United is about to take on the Gunners of North London, Arsenal. Not sure about them being the biggest team in London. Well, Chelsea has a Club World Cup to
Ah,
prove
they
that
are
they're the
not.
biggest. Anyways, that's a story for another day. Manchester United, one of the best teams in the world, against Arsenal. Also, one of the best teams in the world, one would argue. I don't know about that.
Let's just
Anyways,
stick to
Yes,
English.
we are.
It's the second best team. You can
yeah,
say second best. If you say
In Europe.
second best team,
second
Best
best.
in Europe.
second best,
They've definitely stamped themselves as the second best
second
team
best.
wherever they wherever they are. Anyways, we've talked about the lineups, we've talked about expectations, but then now it's gonna get into reality because in about a few 10 minutes the match is about to go down at Old Trafford. So, gentlemen, it's time to pitch in with your predictions for today's match. Just tell us your prediction. We're gonna go Manchester United first as the host team. Then we're gonna go over to you, fellow Guna in Fundo. You're gonna give us the prediction for your team today for the match. I'm sorry, and then
And
over
then
to
the
you,
trust.
Mr. Neutral Man, and of course the world champion in Sports Secretary. I mean, you guys are gonna give us your predictions for the match, and then finally we're gonna give our own predictions as well. But anyways, the
Yes,
best team is gonna win, and we all know who
yes.
the best team is. Over
We
to
don't
you,
know.
man.
The Godfather.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought
Well, the host was supposed to start, but anyways,
Oh,
go on.
yeah,
We,
yeah.
we
yeah,
all know
yeah.
even if you're gonna start well, you're gonna end up being the second either way.
It's ladies. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, for me, I think it's going to be 3-0 in favor of Arsenal. We need to work. We need to work up the mask man
The mask
to
man.
the previous show. So, yeah, I think it's going to be 3-0. Gyökeres to score.
There you have it. Victor Gyökeres, the newcomer for Arsenal, is
New
definitely
sniper.
going to score, as Fundo says. What do you have to say, Medulo? What's your take, my brother?
Yeah, 3-0. I know we've been crap, but come on, man.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I think today,
Yeah.
I think realities would be a draw, but I'm a United fan. I have to show the resilience. So I think 3 United. That's a goal from Bruno Fernandes. It's a goal from Cunha, and it's a goal from Diallo from the bench. And
Oh,
then
my God.
2 Arsenal. They're gonna try. They will try, of course.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
3-2 from my side.
Oh,
Nice,
that's interesting. That's interesting.
nice. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Predictions, gentlemen. We need to move over to the match now.
Bones. Bones.
Okay, Arsenal is winning today 4-1, but yeah, something like 4-1.
Is that your prediction? For real?
That's my prediction. Man United are
I
getting
knew
better today.
something
I
said
promise
this guy
you.
wasn't neutral. Something told me you've
He's
never
But the
been
thing,
not. He's
neutral
not
your whole
neutral.
life.
but the thing
Loyalty.
we already know that like Man City fans are young, you know. But Bones is old. So I think like he was once an Arsenal fan and then like he changed to
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah.
Yeah, to Man City. So like world champion. It's over to you, sir.
Yeah. Today, I think I'm really still within. But I think Manchester United have something coming up. I really think it's a 2-1 win for Manchester United,
Yeah.
and we'll have one from Bruno Fernandes and possibly
Let's
Mason
go.
Mount. I'm just giving one to the Gunners. They always come second after all. So, yeah. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, guys. From across the pitch and our panel.
The
Before
great
I hand it
bowlers all the way.
over, I hand it over to our host for the day. Myself as the professor. The only thing that I have to say today is, you guys should just go back and listen to the beautiful song we used to have back then by Kabelo Mabalade. The track used to say, "You can't keep a good man down." I mean, you can't keep a good man down, especially forever.
Who's a
With a
good man in
team
this case? Who's a good man?
of the Manchester United caliber. I don't know. Manchester
Glory,
United could
glory,
be the
glory.
good man who is down at this point. I don't know. But anyways, you can't keep a good man down, especially forever. So probably one of those big teams are gonna rise. Manchester United may probably rise from that 17th place they were in from last season. Probably Arsenal is gonna
Exactly.
rise from that second position they've been occupying. I mean, forever. I don't know. But anyways, we only have 90 minutes to tell us that. From us here across the pitch, the great ballers here, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's
Come
right.
on, you guys.
It's right.
Glory, glory, Man United.
Poo, poo, poo,
Come on, you.
poo.
Thank you, gents.